So before we start utilizing ChatGPT for our marketing campaigns, let us first set up our ChatGPT account, and we'll be looking at a step-by-step guide on how we can do this. So I have my browser here, and all you have to do is just go to openai.com. And once that opens, if you want to know more about ChatGPT or GPT-4, you can actually look at the About section here. So there are updates, and there are actually some videos that you can look at for all of the capabilities of the latest GPT-4 model. But then you can also check out the other models compared to the latest one. So at this point, all you have to do is just scroll down here, and you can just go here to the ChatGPT area, and you can just click here, try ChatGPT, and that will route you to another tab. And this link here is actually saved on your tutorial assets folder. So if I open up my useful link, you can see that you can also just copy this and directly paste that onto your address bar, and it will route you to the same page. Now in here, if you don't have an account yet, all you have to do is just click on the sign up. And once you click that, it will route you to a page where you will be creating your new account. So you can either just put in a address here, like if you have if you're using a different domain for your email address, you can put it in here, and you can register, or you can use your Microsoft account, or you can continue with your Google account. So it's actually pretty easy. So once you have done that, it might just be using your email address or your number to actually verify the account. And once you have registered your new account, you would be pretty much be looking at something like this. So I'll just pull it up here. So this is the interface of ChatGPT. Again, we have that the same link for the address bar here. So you can just paste that, and you don't need to like log in again the next time you'll use it. But once you go to that same link here, you'll be logged in automatically. As long as you logged in, or you actually using the same browser as the last time you logged in. So right here, this is the actual interface. So on this left panel, you can see that we have our history. So we have different histories here. You can see that by clicking this scrubby slider, you're able to see all of your prompt history here. So up here, you can also create a new chat. So all you have to do is just click that, and you'll be able to see this area here, wherein you'll be able to choose the model that you want. So by default, we're actually using GPT 3.5. We have the legacy 3.5, and the latest model as of the recording of this video is 4. So it's actually only available for GPT Plus or ChatGPT Plus subscribers. And if you want to check out the subscription plan, you can just go to the My account here. So I'll just click that, and you can see that we can go to Manage My subscription. And then in here, you can actually go to light or dark mode if you want to. You can clear all of these conversation, all of these prompts right here if you want to. And if you need more help, you can click on this Get Help button, or you can also log out if you want to. So in here, all you have to do is just simply type in any prompt that you want, and you can actually ask ChatGPT. Let's say, I'm going to say, how are you today? And I'm going to press enter. So as you can see, you can either press enter, or you can click this icon to actually send that prompt to ChatGPT. And at this point, if you don't like the response that you got from ChatGPT, you can even regenerate that response. You can even rate it if you actually liked it or disliked that response. And at this point, if you, let's say, want to edit the previous prompt that you made, you can actually click this. So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to correct that spelling. And then at this point, I can just click on Save and Submit. And ChatGPT will reassess that prompt and will give you the corresponding answer to your prompt. So you can see, as an AI language model, I do not have feelings or emotion, but I'm functioning properly and ready to assist you with any questions you may have. How can I help you? So that's how easily you can actually prompt with ChatGPT. So again, when you're logging in again and the next time you want to, you can easily just use the same browser. But then there are times that the server is actually overloaded. So there may be like a couple of times that you wouldn't be able to prompt in ChatGPT, or sometimes you'll be getting errors because of server issues, like because there are actually a lot of people using it. And the way you work around that is just to refresh the page, or you can just give it a minute and just try again later. And one more thing I want to show you is that, for example, if you have done several edits on, let's say, your previous prompt here, you can see here that there is actually a number 2 out of 2. That's the right number is actually the number of edits you've done on that same prompt. And the left number is actually what you're viewing right now, which is the second edit. So if you want to see the previous edit, you can click on this arrow here, and at that point you'll be able to see the first prompt that you made before you did any edits. You'll also see the response of ChatGPT for that prompt. So you can just use this whenever you want to check. Let's say you have done some edits and you want to see what previous edit you have done on that prompt if you don't actually remember any of it already. So now that we have a set up ChatGPT here, let's now go to our next lesson where we look at how we could get the best responses from ChatGPT. ChatGPT can provide significant assistance in developing a marketing strategy. So in here, the response of ChatGPT is actually as good as your prompt here. So the better you prompt, the better response you will get. So in here, I'm going to be working with GPT-4, and if we click this down, you can see that there are actually a different levels of reasoning depending on the model they're using. So with the default model, you can see the reasoning is actually just in the middle. The speed is actually quite good, and the conciseness is actually not quite good for this model here. But then if we actually check on GPT-4, the reasoning is actually at the maximum here, and the conciseness is pretty good. But then the speed is actually not quite good. And as you can see, there are actually a lot of people are using this. That's why it takes some time to get the response that you want. So in here, you also see that the GPT-4 currently has a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours, and it's actually expected to significantly lower the capacity as it adjusts for the demand. So again, as I mentioned earlier, there are actually a lot of demand for GPT-4. That's why they are giving it a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. So you can start with just a simple prompt here. Again, the better the prompts that you give, the better response that you'll get. So you can simply ask, let's say, create me an outreach email, and I can just press on enter. And you can see that we have the subject. It also has this a nice subject here which says discover a world of opportunity with, and then it's actually giving you like a placeholder, and you can just edit this with your organization name. Has this dear, then you can just put your name here, and it says I hope this email finds you well. But then you can see the content are actually really good. It's actually quite professional if you're going to be reading it, but then it's actually quite broad here. You don't have any specifics, and it's actually a template that you can use on like a numerous industry or scenario. So if you really want to get a good response, you need to feed ChatGPT some information, like let's say give what company your or what service your company is catering with, or what products you're offering, and some of the things that can also help ChatGPT. Again, you're actually like teaching ChatGPT what you want to have as the response. So by giving it more information and then asking on specific questions, you'll be able to get a really good response. Another thing that could help you is if you open up your tutorial assets folder, you have this prompts here. So you can copy this. You can either copy the repository or this link here to directly go to that website. And if I just go to the other tab here and paste that, it will route you to a website, prompts.chat, wherein you'll be seeing a collection of different chat GPT prompts. So down here, you can see that they're actually a different role. So another good thing that you can do with chat GPT is give it a role so that it can actually act as a something or as a professional or an expert to a certain like industry or like a profession. So you can see here there's like a act as a Linux terminal, act as an English translator or improver, act as a position interviewer. What we can also do too easy, because there's actually a lot in here. If I just scroll down here, you'll notice that there are a lot of personas that you can use here. Now you can just press on Control F on your keyboard or Command F on your keyboard, and at that point you can simply find on the persona that you like. So maybe I can just type in market, And let's see. So we have a career counselor. Let me just click on this down arrow here, and let's see what other match we have for the keyword market. So we have a financial analyst, we have the investment manager. So there are actually different personas here that you can utilize to actually get to or give you the best response depending on what you want to achieve. So let me just go back to ChatGPT here. So you can see that it's actually giving you some of this like a really vague template when we just prompted out just create me an outreach email. But then we can also ask ChatGPT to, let's say, what or how can I get the best response from ChatGPT? And then at this point, it should also be able to give you some guidelines on how you can actually get the best response out of the AI here. So you can see that you should be specific, like what I've said earlier, use proper grammar and punctuation. You can also break down complex question. Aside from that, you can also actually check out for limit your ambiguous language, so avoid using ambiguous terms, phrases, or pronouns, and also set clear expectations. So you can see that how you can utilize ChatGPT here, and imagine creating like a different marketing campaigns or social media contents in just a matter of seconds, and you can use ChatGPT to generate more revenue in your products or in your services. And what's good about ChatGPT is you can simply exchange response with it because it remembers the last conversation that you had with it. So, for example, you can actually like follow up this question if you want to, like give you a more, let's say, give you more ideas. And at this point, it should be able to actually continue where it left off. So you can see that it's and now providing you more ideas, different from the one we have here. And it's actually also explaining each of the ideas. For example, explore various topics. ChatGPT is trained on a wide range of subject. So again, you're actually talking to an expert here. You're actually using ChatGPT as an expert. But then just remember that while ChatGPT is a powerful language model that you can use, always be responsible on using it. Always check on if the resource is actually accurate, and also be patient and willing to adjust your approach as needed to get the best result. So let me also show you here on the tutorial assets folder, and actually just open this useful links again. Actually, let me just close this one. You can open up this prompts here. And this one is actually going to give you a good prompt and actually evaluate or make your prompts more professional. So you can see here that this prompt says, I want you to act as a prompt engineer. I will present you with various prompts, questions, and scenarios, and you will provide guidance on how to design, develop, and implement effective prompts that align with users' goals and objectives. So your response should include tips and best practice for crafting clear and concise prompts that are user friendly and easy to understand. Additionally, you should provide examples of how to design prompts that are tailored to specific audience and use cases, and how to test and evaluate the effectiveness of the prompts. So, your response should be based on current best practices in the field of prompt engineering and should provide clear step by step instructions. And you can then tell it to evaluate and improve this prompt. So, what this prompt does is you will be putting in your prompt here. For example, you can actually just say like the one we have like prompt earlier, like how to or create an outreach email. So it will actually evaluate that prompt and it will give you a better prompt that you can use for ChatGPT to give you better results. So you can see here that it's gonna be giving you step-by-step instruction and it's gonna be clear. So it's actually gonna be rephrasing your prompt here so that you'd be getting better results inside ChatGPT. And it's actually really good because you can see that it's also going to be including tips and best practices for crafting clear and concise prompts. So one example of that, so let me just go here. You can see that I already have it in here. So for example, I can just, let's say, copy this, evaluate. Then I can just paste it in here. And then what I'm going to do next is, let's say, create me an outreach email and press enter. Now, let's just give it some time, and you can see that we have this improved prompt here. It says, craft a compelling and professional outreach email that can be used to introduce a product or service to potential clients, highlighting its key features and benefits while inviting them to explore further or schedule a meeting. So, this one is actually really specific and concise here. So, you can just copy this, can go back to, let's say, ChatGPT here, and you can just paste that, and it should be giving you better results here. So you can see that transform your business with, let's say, this like product or service name here. Let's unlock your potential. So it's actually giving us a different response, really better than the first one that we've had here. Even though this template is actually really wide and vague, it's actually composed or really created in a professional way. So, on the next lesson, we'll start building our marketing campaigns, and we'll start with our content calendar. In this video, we're going to look at the different processes of building an effective content calendar and discuss the benefits it can bring to your marketing strategy. Now, a content calendar is important because it's actually a visual representation of your marketing plan, outlining what content you'll create, when it will be published, and where it will be distributed. So it helps you stay organized, consistent, and strategic with your marketing efforts. So we can just simply ask a ChatGPT to actually, let's just say, generate me a content calendar for my marketing campaign. And then what's best to get a better response is to actually ask some follow-up question. So again, we're actually feeding a ChatGPT information about our marketing campaign. So it will be giving us a better response. So I'm gonna say as follow-up, ask. Let me just correct the spelling on this one. Ask follow-up question until you have all the info or information you need to create the perfect content calendar. Now, before I prompt this, what I'll do instead is for me to get a better prompt, I'm gonna use the prompt engineer that we've created on the previous lesson, if you remember, so that we're gonna be improving this prompt here. So I'm gonna copy that, and in here, I'm just gonna go down here, and as you can see, I already did it in here. So I have pasted that same prompt, and I have said evaluate and improve this prompt. And this is the improved prompt that we have. So it says help me develop a content calendar for my marketing campaign by asking follow-up questions to gather all the necessary details, ensure the content calendar is tailored to my specific needs and goals by understanding my target audience, campaign objectives, and preferred platforms. So you can see that this prompt here is complete. And again, if you don't know how I created this prompt engineer, you can just open up your tutorial assets folder. So you have this prompt here. So just copy this, and then you can paste that inside ChatGPT, and then you can already have your prompt engineer. So just keep it on your history here of the prompts, so that you can just always go back and then put on prompts that you want to improve if you want to. So at this point, I'll just copy this, and then I can click on the new chat here, and then I'm going to be choosing a GPT-4 because it has more reasoning and conciseness. So you can use the default one or the legacy one if you want to. Now I'm just going to paste that prompt here and then press enter. And then what's good about creating a content calendar is you'll be ahead of the your marketing campaigns, and you can also be consistent with your contents. It's also time saving because ChatGPT can quickly generate content ideas, helping you save time on brainstorming and research, allowing you to focus on other important tasks. And like what I've said earlier, it also helps you maintain consistency of the flow of the content ideas that aligns with your brand's voice and messaging. And what's also good about this is you have the benefit of customization because ChatGPT can output to match your specific industry, target audience, and content goals, ensuring a personalized content calendar. So as you can see, we have this output here already. It says that, great, I'd be happy to help you develop a content calendar for your marketing campaign. So again, to gather all the necessary details and tailor it to your specific needs, let me start by asking some follow-up questions. So this is where we actually give some answers to feed ChatGPT the information it needs so that it can fully create the complete content calendar. So right here we have the first question: what is the primary objective of your marketing campaign? So it's giving example brand awareness, a lead generation, product promotion. At this rate, I'm gonna answer with let's say drive sales, and then I can just press a shift key or hold shift key and then press enter on my keyboard, so that we'll be creating a new line. And in here I'm going to be answering the question number 2. So who is your target audience, and can you please provide some demographic and psychographic information about them? Where this is actually a bit deep, but then I'll let ChatGPT know my target audience. So let's say I'm going to be targeting gamers. And then the third question is, what is the duration of your marketing campaign? When do you plan to start and end it? So let's just give it a time frame on how long we'll be using the marketing campaign. So I'm gonna say maybe 2 months. All right. The fourth question is, are there any specific dates or event during the campaign period that you want to highlight or create content around? So I'm gonna answer no to this one. The fifth question is, what are your preferred marketing platforms? So social media, blog, email, website. Do you have any specific platforms you'd like to focus on? So I'm gonna say social media, and I'm gonna say social media, let's say Facebook. All right, so on number 6, it says, how often do you plan to publish or distribute content on each of the platforms? So I'm gonna answer this with like let's say once a week, once a week. All right. And then on the 7th here we have, do you have any content themes or topics in mind that you'd like to cover throughout your campaign? I'm gonna say no. Let's answer the question number 8. So please bear with me on this one. So we need to answer all of these questions so that ChatGPT can give us the perfect calendar or an effective content calendar. So it says, what type of content do you plan to create? Articles, videos, infographics. So let's just say like social media posts, videos. All right. Number 9 would be, do you have any budget or resource constraint for content creation and promotion? So let's just say we don't have any budget on this one. So let's see what ChatGPT can give us without any budget for the marketing campaign. So the last question here is, how do you plan to measure the success of your marketing campaign? Actually, don't have. I'm not sure what to answer this one, so I'm gonna say, give me ideas. All right, so I'm gonna press enter. We have answered all of the question, and I'm gonna press enter and see what the ChatGPT what has us for this one. So it says, thank you for providing the necessary information. Based on your response, here are a brief outline of your content calendar tailored to your marketing campaign. So the objective is to drive sales. Target audience is gamers. Duration of the marketing content calendar is 2 months. Marketing platform is Facebook. Content frequency once a week. Content types, social media posts and videos. And it's also giving you a guide on how you could actually implement this. So to develop your content calendar for 2-month marketing campaign on Facebook, you will create a total of 8 pieces of content once per week. You can mix social media posts and videos to keep your audience engaged. So it says, since you don't have any specific content themes in mind, I recommend focusing on these topics to cater to your gamer audience. So it's recommending us some themes. And down here, you can see that we have here highlighting the unique features of your gaming products or service, showcase user testimonial or success stories. So it's giving us all of these themes that we can use. It's actually giving us ideas on how we could implement themes on our content calendar or on our marketing campaign or strategy here. So down here it also says, to measure the success of your marketing campaign, consider tracking the following key performance indicators or KPIs. So it's actually giving us a guide of what to actually watch out or monitor in order for us to have a successful marketing campaign here. So finally, it says, by following this tailored content calendar, measuring your campaign success using these KPIs can optimize your marketing efforts to better target your gamer audience in sales. So at this point, you notice that it didn't give us like some post for each week here. So we can ask it to actually provide us or generate some weekly posts. And it will again remember the last conversation that you had with it. So we can just simply ask, like, generate weekly social media post, and at this point it should be able to generate. So again, it's actually ChatGPT's continuous learning. So as an AI model, ChatGPT continually evolves and improves its understanding of content trends and audience preferences, ensuring that your content calendar stays relevant and engaging over time. So by exchanging questions or interacting with the ChatGPT, you're actually teaching it to be more specific depending on your needs. So right here we have the week one, we have introducing our latest gaming gear, the ultimate controller for a serious gamer. So it's actually giving us idea for the duration of our marketing campaign here. So we have week one, week two, week three, and week four. So in conclusion, a well structured content calendar is essential for executing a successful marketing campaign. So, by understanding your goals, target audience, and content types, you can create a comprehensive calendar that keeps your team organized and your messaging consistent and your strategy on track. So, you can just simply copy this or provide this to your team, or you don't even need a team. You can do this on your own. You can generate all the ideas in a matter of minutes and even seconds. So just keep on experimenting and utilize a chat GPT for your marketing strategies. Defining your target audience in marketing is crucial for several reasons. A well defined target audience enables a business to make informed decisions and optimize the marketing strategies for better results. So, let me give you a couple of reasons as to why identifying your target audience has a huge impact on your marketing strategy. First, efficient resource allocation. So, by identifying your target audience, you can focus on marketing resource like time, money, and effort, and on the channels and strategies that are most likely to reach and resonate with them. So, this helps avoid wasting resources on less relevant segments. The second is personalized messaging. So, understanding your target audience enables you to create tailored message that address their specific needs, preferences, and pain points. So this leads to more effective communication and stronger connections with your potential customer. Next up is a better product development. So when you know who your target audience is, you can design and develop products or services that caters to their unique requirements. So this increases the likelihood of a product market fit and customer satisfaction. Aside from that, competitive edge or competitive advantage. So by focusing on a specific target audience, you can differentiate your brand from competitors and position yourself as an expert in that particular niche. So this helps you build brand loyalty and establish a strong market presence. Next up, we have the improved customer retention. So, satisfied customers are more likely to become repeat customers and brand advocates. So, by tailoring your market strategies to your target audiences, preferences, and delivering value, you can build long lasting relationship and improve customer retention rates. Data driven decisions. So defining your audience help you make informed decision based on data and insights. So this enables you to refine your marketing strategies over time and make adjustments as needed to improve results. And finally, higher conversion rates. So by targeting a specific audience with tailored messages, you are more likely to capture their interest and convert them into customers. So this leads you to higher conversion rates and a better return of investment for your marketing efforts. So, in summary, defining your target audience in marketing is essential for creating relevant, personalized experience that resonate with potential customers. So, it enables businesses to allocate resources efficiently, develop better products, establish a competitive advantage, and improve overall marketing performance. So, in the next video, we'll look at how we could utilize a ChatGPT to actually identify our target market. So, all of that and more, I'll see you on the next lesson. So, in the last lesson, we've looked at the importance of identifying your target audience as part of your marketing strategy. So, in this video, we're going to be using ChatGPT for target audience research and assessment. And this can significantly enhance your digital marketing efforts by just providing valuable insights about your target audience. So we all know that when you're doing like an audience research, you clearly outline your research objectives, such as identifying the audience demographics, preferences, pain points, or interest. And with ChatGPT, this hours and hours of labor or actually research can be shortened in the matter of minutes. So let me just show you some sample prompts on how you can do that. So we can simply ask ChatGPT to, let's say, assist me in identifying my target audience. So you can actually use this prompt if you want to. Let me just correct this: identifying my target audience by asking follow-up questions. So again, we're asking ChatGPT to ask us some questions so that we'll be like feeding it with information that it needs to. So I'm gonna say question to gather essential details. Use the collected information to create a comprehensive, let me just put C here, buyer persona that accurately represents the ideal customer for my product or services. All right, so in here we're actually, let me just correct this one. So we're actually asking a ChatGPT all of this information and follow-up questions that it needs to be addressed so that it can create a buyer persona for our target audience. So let me just press enter and let's see what we get here. So you can see that ChatGPT responded. So it says, sure, I'd be happy to help you. Let's start by gathering some basic information about your product. So instead also of like going to a different, let's say, tabs or different mediums to gather data about your target audience, like from sources such as social media platforms, forums, blog comments, and other online resources. We can just stay on in a one centralized platform, which is a chat GPT, to complete our buyer persona. So you can see that it had generated a list of a question for us to answer so that it could actually create the comprehensive buyer persona. So first it says, can you please describe your product or service in detail? So let's just answer all of these questions so that it can completely create that buyer persona. So one, I'm going to say online training for using chat GPT for marketing campaign. Second is, what are the main benefits or unique selling points of your product or services? So let's say I'm going to say that I provide sample prompts, tips and tricks, detailed explanation, and use cases. The third is, do you currently have any existing customers? If yes, can you describe their demographics and what they like about your product and service? So let's assume that we don't have any customer yet because this is like a beginner course. So I'm going to say no. Fourth is, who do you believe would most benefit from using your product or services? And are there any specific industries, profession, or interests that are particularly relevant? So let's say new business owners. And I'm going to say for the industry, it's going to be digital marketing. And I think I'll leave it at that. Let's go to question number 5. It says, are there any geographical locations where your product or service are more popular or would be more useful? So I'm just going to say no. So it's not going to be global for our product here. So the 6th question would be, what is the price range for your product or services? Are they considered affordable or premium in their category? So let's say I'll give a price range of, let's say, $99 to $200. And the 7th here, are there any age group or life stages that are more likely to be interested in your product or services? Let's just say 25 to 35 years old. All right. And the 8th question is, are there any similar products or services available in the market? How does your product or service differ from those competitors? So let's say, yes, there are actually other online trainings about ChatGPT here. So I'm just going to say yes. And I'm going to say that mine differs mine differs because I, I provide comprehensive training that's relevant in real world applications. Let's just assume that this is the product that I'm offering. And I can just press enter. So it says here that please provide as much detail as possible in your response, and I will help you create comprehensive buyer persona based on the information you provide. So right now, it's actually going to be presenting us a buyer persona depending on these answers that we have here. So we have a name, digital Dave, or just Dave. The age is 25 to 35, location anywhere, no specific geographical preference, occupation, new business owners, and digital marketing professionals. Their interest is actually digital marketing strategies and tools, artificial intelligence and chatbot technology, content creation and marketing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, SEO. And we also have the pain points. And remember, when you're actually doing audience research or target audience research, pain points and also goals are actually important. So here we have some pain points: finding effective way to leverage AI in their marketing campaigns, understanding how to use ChatGPT effectively, limited knowledge of best practice of using chatbots in marketing, balancing time and resources to create engaging content, and staying up to date with the latest marketing trends and tools. So we also have the budget, what makes your online training appealing. So you can see all of this details here. So you can see here that this buyer persona give you a clearer picture of your ideal customer, which will allow you to target marketing strategies to reach and engage them. Now, if you need more information, you can interact with your Chat GPT prompt here because, again, Chat GPT remembers the last conversation that you've actually asked it to. So you can simply do a follow-up question. So let's say you want to, let's say, I'll just ask, give me at least like five pain points and goals for this buyer persona. And I'm going to press enter. So at this point, ChatGPT should be able to provide you some pain points and also with its corresponding goals for this buyer persona, which is digital Dave. So you can see that the first pain point is struggling to create consistent, high quality content. And it also shows a corresponding goal, which is a streamlined content creation by utilizing ChatGPT to generate engaging, relevant, and high quality content efficiently. So you can see that you can use all of these ideas for your audience research, and then you can actually use ChatGPT to assess the situation and also provide you some guides. So aside from this, if you're not satisfied with this, you can also ask ChatGPT to, let's say, give me at least 10 online behavior. Let me just correct that. Oh, you are this buyer persona. So give me at least 10 online behavior for this buyer persona. And I can just press on enter. And at this point, it's giving us 10 online behaviors for this buyer persona. So the first thing is that the researching marketing trends and tools. So digital Dave and is frequently reading articles, watches video, and listens to podcasts to stay updated on the latest marketing trends. Dave also participates in online marketing communities and is actually an active member of various online forums such as Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and Reddit communities where marketing professionals exchange ideas and experience. So you can see that it has all of these behaviors for our buyer persona. So at this point, if you're satisfied with this information, you can actually use this in your campaign or on your strategy. But then let's just say we want to know what they particularly watches or searches whenever he's actually looking for online trainings for a marketing strategy. So you can just ask ChatGPT to say, give me a list of videos that this buyer persona searches and watches on YouTube. And I can just press on enter. So you can see that it should be able to provide us some list on what they particularly watches or searches online. So you see, we have this tutorial in how to videos on using ChatGPT or other AI-driven marketing tools. So there's also like digital marketing strategy and tips for various channels such as social media. It's actually giving us a video types that he might search and watch. So this is actually a not specific, like a specific title. So let me just ask ChatGPT to like give me a list of video that this buyer persona watches on YouTube. Give me a title. All right, so let's see if ChatGPT will be able to give us a title. So you can see that it has given us this title, Mastering ChatGPT, a comprehensive guide to boost your marketing campaigns, 10 powerful AI tool every digital marketer should know in 2023. So from this titles or from these keywords, you can actually have some ideas for your content. So that's how we can actually utilize ChatGPT. So by using ChatGPT for audience research and analysis, you gain a deeper understanding of your target audience needs, preferences, and behaviors, which will help you create more targeted and effective marketing campaigns. So for this module, we're going to be building a social media contents, and I'm going to show you and demonstrate how you can utilize a ChatGPT and Social Bee to make your life easier when it comes to social media campaigns. So on the upcoming lessons, we'll be exploring social media marketing and automation. After that, we'll look at how we could generate a social media post using ChatGPT. And as a bonus, we'll be using a different platform that could automate your social media campaign and posting. So we'll be using Social Bee. We'll also look at one of the coolest feature of Social Bee, which is automating social media post scheduling. Aside from that, we'll also automate social media reposting, which is another important thing when you're working with your social media campaigns. And finally, we'll be configuring our social media timetable with a Social Bee. So after this module, you'll be able to have a basic understanding of how you can utilize a ChatGPT and add Social Bee to your workflow to make your social media campaign more effective and engaging to your audience. Social media marketing helps a business connect with their audience, build brand awareness, increase website traffic, and ultimately drive sales. And ChatGPT can assist and do automation in various ways. But how do you really achieve success in social media marketing? So, first and foremost, set clear, smart goals for your social media marketing. This means your objective should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And by having a well defined goals, you'll have a roadmap to success. And with the help of ChatGPT, a job that needs to be handled by a team is now manageable even with one person by automating other tasks. The second thing that you should look out is to understand your target audience. It's actually crucial. So, research their demographics, interests, and preferences to create content that resonates with them. This will make sure that your marketing efforts are more effective and engaging. So, just like what we did last lesson, we fed ChatGPT with information and was easily able to generate a persona that will help us with our marketing strategy. Third, always choose the right platform. Not all platforms are actually created equal. So focus on the ones that are most popular among your target audience and relevant to your industry. Tailor your strategy to each platform's unique features and user behavior for maximum impact. And since we have a buyer's persona, we can even ask ChatGPT what is the best platform for our persona. Fourth, always create high quality, engaging content. So your content should always be visually appealing, informative, and shareable. Experiment with different formats such as images, videos, polls, and articles. And remember, variety keeps your audience engaged and coming back for more. And luckily, with ChatGPT, you can even get different versions of your content. You can even ask it to generate content on a different tone and ways. Consistency. So be consistent with posting. So in social media marketing, consistency is important. So develop a content calendar and use scheduling tools to automate posting, regular posts, maintain your presence, and ensure your brand stays top of the mind with your audience. So if you remember on our like previous lesson, we have created a marketing content calendar. So pretty much similar on what we need to do to get a really effective marketing strategy. We could also use some hashtags strategically because hashtags can help your content reach a wider audience. So research a relevant and trending hashtags, but avoid overusing them because this can appear spammy and it reduces engagement. So with ChatGPT, there are actually a wide range of knowledge-based parameters that it can look at so that it can provide you with a nice hashtags that are truly engaging and effective. So always build relationships with your audience. So by responding to comments and messages and mentions promptly, it encourages interaction by asking questions and sharing user-generated content. So this fosters brand loyalty and a sense of community. So if you actually want, you can also integrate like API with your social media platform and have ChatGPT do the automation of responding to some customers or some users. So monitor and analyze your performance. So track your KPIs and use analytic tools to measure the success of your social media marketing efforts and identify patterns and trends and adjust your strategy accordingly. So you can even use some contents, or if you actually have a tracker, let's say on Excel, you can even just copy paste that into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT would be able to give you insights and some guides on what is best to do for your strategy. So you could also collaborate with influencers, as influencer partnership can amplify your brand message. So choose influencers who share your target audience and values. Authentic collaborators lead to better results. Aside from that, always make sure that you are stay informed about the latest social media trends, platform updates, and best practices. So adapting your strategy to these changes will help you maintain a competitive edge. So you can ask ChatGPT to give you some insights about the latest trends in social media and actually look at what the audience are looking for when they are searching for a certain industry or topic. It's also good to invest in paid advertising, as paid social media advertising like Facebook ads or Instagram sponsored posts can help you reach a larger audience and achieve specific goals. And it's actually a valuable investment to boost your marketing efforts. So finally, always test and optimize. So continuously test and optimize your social media marketing strategy. Learn from your successes and failures to refine your approach and improve results. And at this part, you can even just post all of your works or just feed ChatGPT all of the information. And then from there, ChatGPT will be able to give you some insights. You can even ask it to refine and also improve your marketing campaign. So by leveraging ChatGPT in your social media marketing and automation efforts, you can save time, improve content quality, and optimize your overall strategy. Then just keep in mind that AI generated content may sometimes require human review and editing to ensure it aligns with your brand voice and messaging. So, in the last lesson, we've explored the social media marketing and automation, and we've looked at some tips on how we could actually utilize ChatGPT. So, in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating to you how we could do that inside the program. So, if you remember, we have used this chat before on our previous lesson, and we've used this to identify our buyer's persona. So, I want you to use the same chat, and the reason behind this is we don't need to start from scratch with this chat, we don't need to feed ChatGPT any more information, because if we simply ask ChatGPT, let's say from like an empty chat, let's say if we ask it to provide us like a platform for the best social media content, we will be getting response like a pretty big response. And it's actually not very specific and tailored to our audience because it doesn't have any information. It's actually just a getting from it's a wide knowledge base parameter. So with this same chat, we can actually get all the information that we have used from the previous lesson or all the previous prompts that we had. And from there, it will be basing its response from all of this information here. So ChatGPT has the ability to remember conversation. That's why using this same chat would be beneficial in order for us to generate a social media post. So we need to actually look at three things to actually generate an effective social media post. The first thing that we need to do is to actually ask what a platform is best for our buyer persona. So with this chat already that we made from the previous lesson, we can simply just ask ChatGPT to, let's say, what platform is best to create social social media content for this buyer persona. And I can just press enter. So after this, the second thing that we need to look at is how often do I need to post on social media? And third is we'll be generating our contents for the social media. So you can see here we have this resort. It says, given Digital Dave's interests and preferences in digital marketing and AI-driven tools, the following social media platform would be most suitable for creating content tailored to this buyer persona. Now, at this point, you can see that it's giving us a recommendation on the social media platform, and it's explaining actually how useful it is to use it on that platform. So let's see, we have LinkedIn here. So as a professional networking platform, LinkedIn is an ideal place to share industry news, thought leadership, content, and insights about using ChatGPT in marketing campaigns. And Digital Dave is likely to engage with the appreciate this type of content as it aligns with his professional interests and goals. So this actually could help you in making decision on which platform you could use. So we have Twitter here. So it says Twitter is a great platform for sharing bite-sized tips, news updates, and link to valuable resource related to ChatGPT and digital marketing. It also allows for quick engagement and conversation with industry peers and influencers, which Digital Dave is likely to appreciate. Next up, we have Facebook. So we have Facebook groups, and Digital Dave may be a member of a marketing-focused Facebook group where like-minded professionals share ideas, experiences, and resources. Sharing relevant content in these groups can be an effective way to reach Dave and others with similar interests. So we also have YouTube, Medium, or personal blogs. So these are the mediums that you can use, and it will help. You can actually use this to help you decide on which platform would be best for your buyer persona or for your audience. So in this case, let's say I'm going to be using Facebook because as a gamer, Facebook is actually like a medium that most streamers use to actually cater their, let's say, when they're actually playing games or actually streaming their games. And a lot of people are actually engaging with Facebook when it comes to gaming. So I'll be using Facebook, and at this point, I can actually ask ChatGPT again. We're going to be looking at the second thing that we need to do. So it is, how often do we need to post on social media? So let's say I'll type, how often do I need to post on social media for this buyer persona? And I can just press enter. And at this point, it will be giving you some guides. It says the optimal posting frequency for reaching Digital Dave and similar buyer personas will depend on the platform that you're using and the type of content that you are sharing. So we forgot to actually be specific and then just say Facebook for our social media platform, but then that's okay. At least we can see the common practice when posting to other social media platforms. So it's actually giving for each platform here. So it says for LinkedIn, at least post 3 to 5 times per week. So share a mix of thought, leadership content, industry news, insights about ChatGPT, and links to relevant articles or videos. So it's also giving you tips about what kind of content you should be sharing when it comes to that type of platform. So for Twitter, it says 3 to 5 days or 3 to 5 times a day. Also share quick tips, news updates, link to valuable resource, and engage in conversation with industry peers and influencers. So for the Facebook group here, which is the platform that I will be choosing, it says post at least 1 to 3 times per week in relevant marketing focus groups, share useful resources, ask questions, and engage in discussion with the group members. We also have a YouTube to say post 1 to 2 videos per week. So consistently create an informative video on AI-driven marketing tools, ChatGPT application, digital marketing trends to maintain engagement with your target audience. So you can see that you can use all of this information, and again, it will help you choose the best platform. So in this case, we're actually choosing Facebook on this one. So what we can do here is we can ask ChatGPT to, let's say, generate 10 social, or let's say 10 Facebook. We're going to be specific this time. then a Facebook post for this buyer persona. And I'm going to press enter. So let's see what we'll get here. So it says here are 10 Facebook post ideas tailored to Digital Dave, which is our buyer persona, a digital marketing professional interested in AI driven tools like ChatGPT. So you can see that it's giving us a sample post here for Facebook. And let's see the structure of this content here. It says discover how ChatGPT can revolutionize your content marketing strategy. Check out our latest blog post for tips on generating high quality personalized content in minutes. And as you can see, we have generated all of this content in minutes. So it really does make sense. And ChatGPT is really making a good job on generating this post for us. And it didn't actually even require us a lot of time. We have generated this in a matter of minutes, wherein in the older days without ChatGPT, you would really need to brainstorm and you really need a team to actually do this. But then in here, you can see that we have generated 10 ideas in just a matter of seconds here. So it also included some hashtag with which we can actually use. So the second one we have here is did you know that ChatGPT can improve your email marketing open rates and conversions? So learn how to craft compelling subject lines and email copy with our new guide. So you can see that it's also giving you different versions of a post here. So this one is actually engaging because it has like an open-ended question. So it makes the audience more curious and make them actually most likely click on the link that you provide here. So the third one says we've just released a new YouTube video comparing ChatGPT with other AI-driven marketing tools. Find out which tool is best for your business. And we also have the link to the video here. So you can see you can actually use all of these ideas here. So if you are actually not satisfied with these ideas, you can even like ask ChatGPT to give you more Facebook post ideas. But then at this point, let's say you have like a chosen some topic here. Maybe you want this post right here. So you can just select this. For example, I can just highlight this. And down here, I can just say create a, actually let's try this like a third one here, because this one is actually for a like a YouTube video comparing ChatGPT with other AI-driven marketing tools. So I can just copy this and then let's say create a video scripts for this topic. And I'm just gonna paste this just like so, and I can press on enter. Now at this point, you can see ChatGPT is generating our content here for our video script. So it has a title of GPT or ChatGPT versus competitors, which AI-driven marketing tool is best for your business needs. So it has an introduction. It even says which one is the one who should be talking on the video script. So it says the host here. We have an overview, so on and so forth. But then we'll look at creating video script in much greater detail in a later lesson. So in here, you can see how you can utilize a ChatGPT in creating your content and actually generate social media contents for your target audience. So gone are the days that you need some professional insights, or you need to hire someone for some insights when it comes to your contents or your marketing content. So you can even just use a ChatGPT. You don't even need a team, and you would be able to generate some useful insight that you can use as a guide for your decision when it comes to your marketing strategy. But then, like I said on the previous lesson, AI generated content still needs some human review. So just make sure you review your contents and like check on the spelling, and also make sure if the information are actually accurate. But overall, ChatGPT is a tool that you can utilize to save you some time and resources.